Welcome to episode 2, Kingdom Builders. Today we're going to be talking about how to refine our cycle, how to build a new pattern for our life, and how to flip the switch. Now, I used to ask myself, how do I overcome the darkness if I'm surrounded by it? How do I break the cycle if it's all I've known and it's all I've seen? How do I change the world when many people in the world don't want to change? Now, if you like me, you've already been there. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm here today not to talk about them. I'm here today to talk about you, about me, about us. See, it's easy to not do the work when somebody else is to blame. You ask 10 people why they're not successful walking down the street, you'll get 10 different answers. For me, myself, I found that no one is to blame for my past, but I am responsible for where my life goes in the future. Y'all understand me? And not even just that. What we feed grows. If I ask you right now to pull out your phone and show me your feed, show me what scroll history you got, show me what you've been attracting, would you be able to show me? Would you be able to show your moms? Would you be able to show the world? What we feed grows. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. And like I said earlier, I'm not here to talk about everybody else. We ain't doing that no more. That's the old way. That's the victim way. I'm here to own our power and talk about ourselves. See, for me, growing up, when my parents split, it really destabilized my family. Something that was so near and dear to my heart felt like it just bursted into a million pieces. Dealing with a single parent household and the struggles that came from that, while my mother, bless her heart, she did everything she could to make sure that we knew who we were, what our worth was, and where we were going, regardless of the circumstances. It's my rock. But as a child, it destabilized me. It made me cut myself off from love that was there for me. I remember getting mad at my family and not knowing how to communicate my frustrations and going and isolating myself. Hearing them all laughing and enjoying life still while I'm angry because nobody understands me. Missing out on life, on love. I remember overeating to deal with my emotions. Whenever I get angry or sad, I turn to food. And it was comforting. Isolation was semi-comforting. I was comfortable in the state of darkness. See, this process led to me being 380 pounds as a senior in high school. I was unhappy. I didn't love who I was in my body. I didn't love my life. I knew I needed different. And looking back, I realized my unhealthy addiction with food, with how I love, all stemmed back to the darkness that I had felt as a child. And I realized that by me focusing on the problems that I seen, it only led to more problems. I fed the darkness. I allowed myself to become angry, focus on the negatives. Made me isolate more, eat more depression, more anxiety. Darkness brings more darkness. And that's when I realized you don't overcome the darkness by more darkness. You overcome the darkness by being the light, family. Being the change. Being the example, setting the tone. Y'all feel me? Because ultimately, we are who we've conditioned ourselves to become. And when I realized this, there's 3 key things that I did to overcome my darkness and be the light and create a new pattern, a new condition, a new character for Avery. Now, the first thing I did was re-examine myself and my relationships. I realized that everyone was only doing what they were conditioned to. Everyone did their best despite my judgment of their effort. Everyone tried. And I couldn't blame them for that. What I could do, instead of focusing on the problem, was to focus on what I could control. I could accept and forgive myself and others for all past grievances. Accept that it happened. It was real. Accept that it had an impact on my life, on my psyche, on my emotions, on how I have relationships every single day with every single thing, especially myself. I had to accept this reality, and then I had to forgive myself and others for all the pain, all the hurt, all the time lost, focusing on the darkness, building more darkness. I had to forgive myself and understand it was not personal, but it's personally on me to do something about it. See, acceptance and forgiveness is the ultimate tool to clean up that baggage. And then second, what I did, I embraced the truth. I realized if I focused on the darkness, I'd get more darkness. Nothing good would come. So I had to be the light. Like I said, be the example. If no one else wants to change, we be the change. If we don't have an example, we set the example. If everybody else is caught in the same cycles, doing the same things, we set a new cycle. We break out of the pattern and we set a new normal. That takes self-awareness. That takes awareness to our environment. And that takes the choice to be something different. Which leads me into the third thing that I did to overcome my darkness and become the light in my own world, in my own self. I made a choice. Leadership is a choice. I had to decide, did I want to be like everybody else and follow the conditioning, or did I want to get ahead of the conditioning? Become proactive and work to build something new that I'd never seen and that people around me had never seen. While there is power that comes from leadership, there's also a great responsibility. Yes, you can become something great, greater than you've ever seen. But it takes you being able to not fit in, to be uncomfortable, to have people questioning you and everything you do. Why you do it like that? Why you say it like that? Oh, you don't invite him. He don't do this type of stuff. That ain't him. Cool. Because really it's not about them. It's about you. It's about you making the change. You making the choice to be the difference in your own life. And ultimately, that difference that you make in your own life, that choice to be a difference, will impact others and allow them to make that choice easier. But I say be the change, family. Don't allow the darkness to consume you. And you can't fight fire with fire. You can't fight darkness with darkness. You gotta be the light. What happens when the light turns on in a dark room? Illumination. What happens if the light stay dark forever? Nothing changes, family. So now, I'm gonna ask y'all, what do you choose? You say you want better. You say you want greater. What do you choose? God don't like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You gotta pick a side. Is you gonna lead by example, or are you gonna follow somebody else's? Are you gonna choose tears of joy, crying, because looking back, you see how far you came? Remember everything it took, how long it took, how much you wanted it. Looking around you, seeing everybody smiling, greatness upon everyone. Tears of joy, or are you gonna choose tears of pain? Staying stuck where you at forever, getting worse. Your future is up to you. Nobody coming to save us. The energy is already in us. We are the builders of our own destiny. And you ain't got to walk alone. It's others that want to walk with you. Before they can walk with you, you got to make the choice for yourself. That means you can't blame nobody else for your greatness. Even if they around you put negative energy into your world, it don't matter. It don't matter. You got to make the choice to rise above it and be that change you wish to see in the world, because if not you, I promise you, once you flip that switch, things do get better. There's a lot more power on this side, y'all. Tears of joy on this side, y'all. Let's do it together. You ain't gotta be alone. Let's do it together. And with that being said, appreciate y'all as always. Be on the lookout for episode 3. I'm doing Mondays for video uploads. So y'all be on the lookout for the next one. And we're going to keep building brick by brick the kingdom within and beyond. Much love, family. Peace.